The late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia speaking over 3 years ago on Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace about a potential replacement. Justice Scalia was found dead this morning while vacationing in West Texas. So the question now is, will he be replaced by a justice nominated by President Obama or the next president of the United States? And what impact will his death have on the race for the White House? With me now to break it all down, GOPAC chairman and Republican strategist David Avella, along with Democratic pollster and Fox News contributor Doug Schoen. All right, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Very quickly, I'll start with you, David, your reaction to the death of Justice Scalia.
Rest in peace, Justice Scalia. And let's hope today is the first day of many where we celebrate his life and pay tribute to his service to our country.
I think those are eloquent words from David. I couldn't agree more. I do have another approach, Judge. I think rather than getting into one of these partisan fights, which appears to be brewing, the president should nominate someone like Senator Lindsey Graham, a moderate Republican who potentially is confirmable by the Senate, who would take views that would be somewhere in the middle between Scalia and a left-wing Democrat. I think it would help the country, might even help the Democratic Party win swing voters in November.
So are you sitting here saying that President Obama should nominate a Republican?
I said yes.
That's what I thought
Absolutely.
You said.
But, Jeanine, it's more than just Republican. It's bringing the country together. I'm sorry, Lindsey Graham has been a centrist. He's been bipartisan. Well, this is what we need. He has.
Look, let's talk about Justice Scalia. Here we have a man who is a strict constructionalist, an originalist, a strong Second Amendment guy. He wrote the Heller decision, which allows, said the people in D.C., in spite of the ban, have the right to have a gun. All right. This is a justice who is a strong conservative judge. President Obama is not going to appoint someone like-minded. What will the Senate do?
If this were a different Democratic president, maybe Doug's idea would be a good one. This president isn't going to do that. And as this president has every right to nominate who he wants to put on the Supreme Court, the Republican Senate has a right and an obligation to give that person a hearing and vote them down if they are not qualified to be on the Supreme Court. Look, the Democrats haven't had a problem voting down Republican justices, as we've seen with Robert Bork. In fact, Democrats haven't even had a problem not giving Democrats their nominee when President Johnson in 1968 nominated two people for the Supreme Court, and the Democrat Senate didn't give either one of them a hearing because it was an election year.
What do you think that the Senate's going to do? Because the president has made it clear in his condolences tonight that he has a constitutional duty to fulfill to nominate a successor. He wants a fair and timely vote, and we've got Mitch McConnell basically saying it's not going to happen.
I think it's pretty clear what's going to happen. The president will nominate a down-the-line mainstream liberal Democrat. The Senate will, as David suggests, vote him down. If there's another choice, vote him down again. My point about Lindsey Graham, can't we do something better? Isn't that what we're about as a people?
Talk to the president about that. But
I will, if you'll listen. I'm trying to now. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Here's the issue right now. If we have this appointment, which is pending, is the electorate that's going to be voting for the president in November aware of the impact of the loss of Justice Scalia, and will that, in effect, be part of the argument of some of these candidates?
An election that already had high stakes has a new level, though it is probably more, this has an impact on what will happen on the Supreme Court than it will on the election, in that voters very much care about the cases that come out of the court. They don't go into the ballot box thinking about, I need to vote for a Republican so that we get a Republican justice.
You know, I politely disagree. Normally what David is saying is the case. We've got a divided Supreme Court now in a very polarized environment. My sense is this is going to be part of the dialogue in the election and part of the reason why Democrats won't stray from the Democratic candidate, Republicans from the Republicans.
But, you know, when you say divided Supreme Court, it's not even divided now. With the loss of Justice Justice Scalia, and, you know, Kennedy always in the balance, and Roberts going with the liberals on the Obamacare case. It is heavily weighted left.
Well, I don't think heavily weighted left would
One
be my
more
view.
is all you need.
Well, we'll take it. I'd be happy to have it if we could get it.
Well, and will this administration, will they argue and further split, you know, this effort at consensus in terms of maybe even making a recess appointment?
It would be tragic if they did. And even in the interim to that, we have a 4-4 court right now. There are a lot of major cases right now before the Supreme Court. It would be tragic. But let me say, it is typical of Democrats. We're seeing this right now in the state of Virginia in that Governor Terry McAuliffe did a Supreme Court justice appointment. So Dems love doing Supreme Court, or love doing recess appointments.
Well,
to Supreme
I'm against
Court.
a recess appointment. That will only further polarize, divide, and undermine the credibility of our government.
You know, with the Supreme Court decided that NLRB case, saying the president did have a right to make those appointments during what he called a recess, I believe there is a recess on January 3rd when the president has about 17 days to the 20th to appoint a nominee.
If he does that, we'll have a constitutional crisis.
We will.
Well, he'll have an extra person on the Supreme Court.
Well, I think
hopefully won't be making the decision.
It would immediately be questioned, and our country would be in turmoil.
All right, and finally, in terms of the justices already on the Supreme Court, we don't expect anyone to retire. We've got Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she's 82, Anthony Kennedy, 79, Stephen Breyer, 77. No talk by any of them of retiring, correct?
Correct.
No, but weren't planning on Justice Scalia passing away today either. And
let's hope nobody else dies.
That's right. Let's
also.
hope nobody does. We don't know what's going to happen in life, and it's why this is all so interesting.
Well, and I think even more interesting than it might be, given the, as you say, the high stakes. David Avella, Doug Schoen, thanks so much for being with us.